Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom wa Barakim to you brothers and sisters out there. Alright, this is Brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville camp. And Lord, and that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. Alright, got a scripture pulled up here. Got a couple things on my mind, and Lord willing, it's edifying. Alright, so Sirach 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. So, if you're really in this thing, especially as a man that proclaims to be a prophet, right? A prophet of Yahweh Shema Shai, a man of the Lord, a teacher. Well, you should be occupied in prophecies. Now, it's a beautiful thing that a lot of these other camps, they push Israel, and they, of course, they have their off moments where they go off, but they got, they got a good portion of the truth, right? And that's a great thing. But you notice that they don't ever really go beyond that. And especially now in this day and age with all the stuff that's going on, you're supposed to be talking about prophecy more, man. These other camps just be talking about Esau and black people, Jake, Israel, the laws, and slavery's coming for the heat. It's like, bro, those things are a part of the scriptures. And it's a beautiful thing. And most definitely continue teaching that. But where's the prophecy at? Why aren't y'all talking about prophecy? And yet, yes, technically, slavery to heathens is prophecy. But you know what we're talking about when we say prophecy, man. All right, we're talking about events, in the news. Things that are to come on this side. Like the MOTB. All right, sedition among men. All right, the famines. Famine of word, famine of bread. Love of many waxing cold. All right, nuclear destruction. Coming to America. You don't even really hear them talk about that all that much. They're not hastening the day of the Lord. They're not truly occupied in prophecy. All right, and ultimately what it is because they're not the prophets. All right, just because you understand some scriptures doesn't make you a prophet. It doesn't make you, because, matter of fact, to be a prophet, you have to prophesy, which prophesy means to say before. So if you're not doing that, how can you consider yourself a prophet? All right, now I don't even go around saying, "No, I'm a prophet." I'm who the fuck am I? I'm not anybody. Okay. Now, are we technically prophets? Absolutely. Now me personally, if you walk around and you tell yourself, you remind yourself in your mind that you're a prophet, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not proud. Okay? It's not proud at all. Continue to do that. Whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. But personally, I don't, I remind myself here and there, but no, I understand the prophecies and I bring them out and I teach. The Lord has raised me up to bring these things out, to blow that trumpet. And that's what I've, been doing since I came in. Now obviously right when I came in I didn't hit the streets, but I've been pushing the truth, since I came in, that we all have, those of us that are actually genuine and sincere in this thing. Because the scriptures tell us in Isaiah to give the Lord no rest till he establish and he make Jerusalem my praise in the earth. That's not the case right now. So don't give him any rest. Continue to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai for his deliverance, swift destruction upon Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay? Continue to fast, continue to put up lessons, continue to go to camp. Just continue to push the prophecies. Because as soon, like it talks about in Revelations, the 7th chapter, how, basically once the elect are sealed, once they're raised up, the four winds, the destruction will come. And we're very nigh, very close to that because of the labor that the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai have been putting in through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, and if you don't like, I don't like them. Well, first of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because you don't. First, it's not about who you like and who, bro. Which that doesn't. You don't even know. Okay, it's just dumb. Jake is just is beyond through at this point in time. It's really been that way for a very long time now. But like even Moses said, y'all are rebellious now. How much more after I die? Like you just get worse and worse every fucking year. Talking about the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, and the speckled bird. Don't think because you're so-called white or Asian that you're getting you off the hook. If you're an Israelite, you're bound to this covenant by nationality, by your patrilineal, by your bloodline. You can't escape that. All right, you're still gonna die all the same if you don't serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The Lord even told us He doesn't look on the outward man. Lord don't give a fuck how pasty your skin is. You better serve Him. You better bow the knee to Him and His Son, or face the consequences. Point blank, period. And then the opposite too. For you black Edomites out there, those terrors out there, y'all through too. Get ready for slavery, man. You're a fucking loser on this side and the next. You don't even get to really reap the benefits of your kingdom because you look like Jake. And now the curse is starting to fall upon you because of Deuteronomy 30 and 7. You're through, man. Kiss your ass goodbye. But yeah, man, we got to continue to push prophecy and speak these things into existence. That's our job as men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's what we've been set up to do. Doing anything less than that is, I'm sorry. This dude thinks that it's the fucking Indy 500, and it's not. That is insane. But anyway, Salaki, that fucked up my train of thought. There's always some demon like that. But yeah, we just got to continue to push prophecy, man. And things are really, with this whole incident, that took place, the day prior to the tower incident. This year, you know what I'm talking about. That, and then the train, and bro, there's a lot of division being sown in America, and not even just America, because you had that thing with UK. I believe it was four guys got arrested for projecting this photo of Trump with Epstein. So there's division across the board, right? But especially here in America, and what really matters is Esau, right? Because the scriptures tell us, Yahushua told us, if Esau is divided, he didn't say Esau, he said it's Satan, but we know what he was talking about. If Satan is divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? And the answer is it's not. It's going to fall. Which it was already through from the jump. Because this man has had half of the statue. The Greeks, the Romans, and now today, which we know this is Rome revived. But the feet, it even talked about how, it's divided, it's partly strong, partly weak, roughly paraphrasing. The iron mixed with miry clay. The EU, NATO, it's all divided. It's been divided. And Esau is just finished. And now he's coming to his end. All right, we're starting to see more and more every day why it's said in the book of Job that he's going to be like a piece of dung that's basically flushed in the toilet. He's going to be a thing of the past. He's going to be like a bad dream, and nobody's going to really regard him no more. And also Isaiah, is this the man that did shake kingdoms? Because we're seeing how pathetic he is. And like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, talks about how the truth that had been so long without fruit shall be declared. And all these lies and deceits are starting to be completely and entirely exposed. That's also in the book of Isaiah. By talking about lifting up Esau's skirt. Babylon's skirt, exposing him for the devil that he is and his schemes. And then 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, we're not ignorant of his schemes. And Thawadi Al-Bashmel Shai for that, because we could have easily been one of these people just wandering around in La La Land not knowing what the fuck is going on. So Thawadi Al-Bashmel Shai for giving us the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You know, this is a blessing, man. It really is. And Lord willing, we can continue to, you know, look at it as such and never take it for granted. You know, this is all we got. This is our only chance, you know, to get the fuck out of here. You know, is by serving Yahweh by Shemal Shai. This is the only opportunity that we have. So we have to make sure that not only do we take firm hold of it, but we have to make sure that we maintain onto the end. Because remember, if you don't endure, you're not getting saved. If you don't finish the course, everything you did was for nothing. Then you were better off staying in the world. All right? Like it says in the book of Luke, you got to count the cost, man. You got to count the cost. So I'm merging onto the highway. I'm on my way home. But yeah, that, you know, that was it. That's just something I wanted to put up. You know, something that was on my spirit, and I pray it was edifying unto you brothers and sisters out there. All right, Lord willing, it was. Before I close, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shemal Shai B'Shem Racha HaKudash. Double honors the Apostle Elsgray Millstone. Shalom.